Welcome back to Matches with Rahul.
We are learning discovered attack and discovered check. Yes, we are learning what is the difference between discovered check and discovered attack, and how do you use it, and why do you need to use it, and how and when to use it. The very important thing is when to use it. Yes. Without any further ado, let's get started. So we are learning discovered attack. What is discovered attack and what is discovered check? So we can see in this position. So there is a king, there is a queen. We'll understand what is discovered attack first, then we'll learn what is discovered check. So what is discovered attack? So to learn discovered attack, you need to know what is X-ray first. I think we already learned X-ray in the skewer, in pin and other things. So in this position, X-ray is an indirect attack. Indirect attack is called a X-ray. X-ray could be a defense, it could be an attack. Indirect attack or indirect defense, that is this rook on d1, which is attacking the queen indirectly. It is not direct attacking directly. So it's a X-ray. So why it's X-ray? Because it's indirect attack. Why it's indirect attack? Why? Because someone is blocking the attack again. We learned this already. We learned this in pin X-ray. So someone is blocking the path of the attack. So that is our piece. So we have the bishop here. We could move our bishop to g6 or c4. Both are discovered attack to the queen. Both are discovered attack to the queen. So this is check, right? Isn't this discovered check? No. Discovered check is slightly different. We'll understand what is that. So after bishop to c4, it's a check to the king, and the king has to move or the queen has to block. In both the cases, black will lose his queen, and after that we win the game from this page. It's very easy from here. Now we'll learn what is discovered check then. Okay, we already saw this. We also gave a check. Then how discovered check is different. Okay. So I told you that this should be X-ray, and whenever the X-ray piece, the piece which are in the behind, which is indirectly attacking, which is giving the X-ray, is not seeing the king, it's not a discovered check. In this position, the rook on f1 is X-raying the f7 king. Now this is a discovered check. This is a discovered check. Why? Because the king is involved in this attack. The piece which was giving X-ray is attacking the king. That's why it's discovered check, not this one. So difference. This was the not piece which was X-raying the queen. This was the piece which was X-raying the queen. So when we move this piece and give a check, it's not discovered check, it's a discovered attack. When we move this piece, rook is X-raying the king. Whenever we move the knight, that would be discovered check to the king. The king wherever moves, we just grab the queen. This is simple. So this is a discovered check and this is a discovered attack. So I think you are clear with that. We'll give some examples. I will give some examples for that. So first thing, I will give an example for discovered attack. Again, the discovered attack, a piece should be X-raying a piece. The queen on d1 is X-raying the queen on d. So there is a piece in between. That's why it's called X-ray, because someone is blocking the path of the attack. So we have a bishop. We can move the bishop somewhere that would force him to capture the bishop or move from there. So bishop takes on h7 is a discovered check to the queen. I gave a check to the king. The king has to take or move. Moving is just useless. He has to take because he is losing queen the next one. And we grab the queen. So this is an example of discovered attack. Let's go for the next example, which is discovered check. So you can see this is a white to play, and you can try to find the answer if you want. You can pause the video and try to find the answer. This is white to play. This is an example of discovered check, that is knight to g6. Knight to g6 is not a discovered check, but after knight g6, the black has no moves here. Black has to take. Now when we take with the pawn, this is a discovered check. Also it's a checkmate. It's a discovered checkmate. So this is the difference between the discovered attack and discovered check, which is you have to use the piece which is giving X-ray should attack the king, that is a discovered check, attacks the king, that's a discovered check. A piece which is giving a X-ray attacks the other pieces other than the king, that is discovered attack. So we'll go for a famous example of discovered check or discovered attack, if you can say anything. But in this way, discovered check. So which is known as windmill. Black has all the pieces, but he has a queen as well. But this is no use for black because there is a windmill created in this position. That is rook takes on g7, check. The king has to move to h8, only move. So seeing that there is a push up on this line, there is an x-ray on the king on h8. So I can move my rook anywhere, and I can move my rook anywhere, and the opponent can't capture the rook. Like even I could move my rook to g6. Opponent can't capture the rook because of the discovered check. So maybe he could block. So but what is windmill? I am telling about windmill, right? So windmill starts after rook takes on f7. Discovered check. Blocking with the queen is no use because I'll just take it anyway. King comes to g8. I go back again. I just don't come back. I go back again. He goes to h8 again. I chop off the d7 bishop as well. He comes back. Then I goes again. Goes to h8. I chop the knight as well. I have a checkmate, but I am not doing that because I am enjoying the capturing of the pieces. Check one more time, and I just cleared everything in the 7th rank. And the pawn is left, I can't take that. King takes. So I have a checkmate here. I can play my rook to g6 and the queen blocks, bishop takes, rook blocks. I could have done that earlier only, but I wanted to chop off all the pawns, clear out the space which was blocking the 7th rank. Now I could even grab the rook. I'm winning anyway. I'm winning in many ways. I'll checkmate our opponent. Rook to g6 check. Queen has to block. Bishop takes. Rook blocks, and I chop off the bishop as well. Rook as well, and I checkmate my opponent. So this is an example of, or this is a power of a discovered attack. How strong it is, or how good it is to use it when you can clear out all the pieces. Just go back. Let's go back for 12 moves back. I think there are many pieces on the board. It looks like black has all the pieces, and after 12 moves, it looks like black has none. So and checkmate as well. So this is a power of a discovered check or discovered attack. You can try to use to destroy your opponents or friends. Yes, stay tuned to learn tactics like this in the further future. So I will see you in the next video.